So we've done all the layout with all the user interface. Now we go to the blocks to do all the programming. So any editing in the design goes to the designer, all the coding goes in blocks. So we have screen 1, and so if we go to screen 1, and what we need to do first is when they hit the take photo button, we need to actually take a photo. So when take photo clicks, so we've gone down to screen, in the horizontal arrangement we've got take photo. This is why we've named them. We drag this onto the blocks area. So when take photo is clicked, we want to call the camera. So that is, where's the camera? Call camera to take a picture. Okay, so when we press that button, it's going to call the camera in the phone to take the picture. After we've taken the picture, so when the picture has been taken, we want to set the image that it's taken as the background of our drawing. So we want to set background image. We need to get the image. So get image. So we click on image. Oh no, sorry. Hover over image. And we're going to get image. There we go. So when we take the photo, the camera is opened. We take the picture from the camera, and then it passes the picture afterwards into the canvas. Makes it the background image, and so then we are onto drawing over that canvas. So when canvas 1 is dragged, we want to draw things. Okay, so we want to call the drawing, and we want to draw circles. So we're going to use X and Y to figure out where we are. So we get previous X, and then we get previous Y, and then we need to have the size of the brush. So we actually need to create a variable here to have a size of a starting brush. Now remember, we've got those plus and minus buttons to make the brush bigger and smaller, but we need to start with a particular size. So we're going to actually use, we're going to create a variable. So at the top here we're going to create from a built-in variable, and we're going to initialize a variable. We're not going to join it onto anything, but we're going to call it brush size, and we're going to set that math, and then we're going to set that to size 10. Okay, so now we're going to get that. So we've created a variable there called brush size, and we put the value 10 in that variable, and now we actually need to fetch that. We need to get that variable. So we're going to get that variable, and when we click on that button, that little downward arrow there, we can see that we actually now have that variable. It's a global variable called brush size. We click that, and that's in. So now when we take the photo, it makes the photo the background of the area, and now we can draw over it. So now we're going to change some buttons. So we've got the plus and minus buttons. So what we need to do is when they click on plus, we need to increase the global brush size, and when they click on minus, we need to shrink that global brush size. So we go back to blocks. So when that's not it. We need to find that. Ah, here we go, sorry. So when the larger brush size is clicked, what we want to do is we want to set the global brush size, and larger brush we want to increase the size, so we're going to increase that brush size. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to get the global brush size. So variable, we get the global brush size, and we're going to, oh no, this is a wrong one, get rid of that. So if you just highlight something, hit delete button, just gets rid of it. We need to, I think it might be, nope, that's fixed. It is this one. So we get that variable, and we add 5 pixels to it. Okay. So when larger brush size is clicked, we set the global brush size to the global brush size plus 5. Okay, now we're going to do it with a smaller one. So when I click the smaller brush size, oops, when smaller brush size is clicked, we set the global brush size, and we need to minus that, and we're going to get that global brush size, and we're going to take away, we're going to take away the number 5. Okay. Alright, so so far it's just been drawing with the default colour. What we need to do now is we need to actually change the colour. So we'll move over here and get a little bit of space. So when they click the red brush, for example, so when red brush is clicked, we want to set the paint color. There we go. Set canvas 1 paint color. And we need to change that to a variable that's a color. So here are the colors in the built-in, and so we just clicked on red, so we actually want to change that to red. So when red brush button is clicked, set the where the picture is paint color to red. So we need to do that for all the other colors, including black as well. So when black brush is clicked as well, we need to set the canvas paint color to color black, and we'll just quickly whiz through all of these. So it's exactly the same thing for everything else. Blue brush, Okay, so we've got all the colours there. So we can change to any colour. We've got two more things to do. We need to be able to share this image. Once we've messed up this picture, we need to actually be able to share. So when the share photo is clicked, we want to call the sharing component that we added earlier. So the sharing component is here. So we call the sharing component to share that file. Now we need to save this file to actually then share it. So we call to save. Where is it? There we go. So we call the canvas to save it. Okay. Okay, so that will actually call up the options within the phone to either share it through social media or by email. The final thing we need to do is, so we want to clear, we want to be able to clear the drawing we've just created, so we can maybe draw a funny hairstyle instead, a different funny hairstyle instead. So we're going to use the accelerometer to do that. So here down here is the accelerometer. So when the accelerometer is shaking, so when we shake the phone, we want to call the canvas to clear it. So we call canvas to clear it. So as soon as we shake the phone, the canvas will be cleared. So that's it, basically. That's all the code to create the app you saw, to take a photo, draw on it, share it, and then be able to clear it.